It was the final match. The crowd was roaring, the lights were blinding, and Ricardo was lying on the ground. His body was covered in sweat, his dreams slipping away right before his eyes. The cat who once dreamed of greatness had fallen. As the whistle blew, he closed his eyes and whispered to himself, "How did it all start?" Years ago, in a small forgotten town, a young cat named Ricardo lived with his mother and father. His family was poor, so poor that dinner was often just a piece of bread. His father had lost hope, drowning his sadness in bottles, while his mother worked day and night to keep the small family alive. But even in the darkest nights, Ricardo's eyes shone with one thing: a dream. A dream to play football and make his mother proud. Every morning before the sun rose, Ricardo would run barefoot across the dusty streets, kicking an old torn ball made of rags. Kids laughed at him, saying, "You'll never be like the great players on TV." But Ricardo never stopped. He smiled, whispered to himself, "One day," and kept running. His mother watched him from the small window and said softly, "Keep dreaming, my son. One day the world will know your name." Years passed, and Ricardo's talent grew. He practiced alone, trained in the rain, and played against stronger cats who mocked him for being poor. Coaches refused to let him join their teams. One day, after being rejected again, Ricardo sat on the ground, tears mixing with the mud beneath him. But then he remembered his mother's words and stood up again. He worked harder than ever. He practiced until his paws bled, his muscles ached, and his heart nearly gave up. But he never did. And then, one fateful day, a famous coach spotted him playing in the park. He couldn't believe what he saw: speed, skill, and fire in his eyes. That same week, Ricardo got his first real chance to play for a team. It wasn't easy. He was still the outsider, the poor kid. Teammates laughed, opponents pushed him down, but Ricardo only played harder. One night, he looked up at the stars and whispered, "I'm not doing this for fame. I'm doing it for her, for my mom." As his career grew, so did the pressure. Reporters criticized him, fans doubted him, and mistakes made headlines. Yet, every time he stepped on the field, he remembered where he came from. He remembered hunger, pain, and laughter through tears. Like and subscribe if you believe in your dreams, the narrator whispers softly, because dreams only matter if you never give up. Then came the biggest match of his life, the championship final. The crowd chanted his name, Ricardo. Ricardo. He could feel the weight of the world on his shoulders. The whistle blew. The game was tough. The opposing team was stronger, faster, and meaner. But Ricardo's heart burned brighter. He fell once, twice, but every time he stood back up. In the final minute, the score was tied. Ricardo got the ball, dribbled past 1, 2, 3 defenders, and shot with everything he had. The stadium went silent for a heartbeat, then erupted in cheers. Goal. He did it. Ricardo dropped to his knees, tears streaming down his face. Cameras flashed. Reporters screamed. But he looked up to the sky and whispered, "We did it, Mom." That night, he wasn't just a player. He was a legend. The cat who came from nothing, who fought through pain and doubt, and proved that dreams, no matter how impossible, can come true. Because sometimes, the world forgets the poor, the weak, and the broken. But Ricardo didn't. He remembered everything. And that's what made him great. So, whenever you feel like giving up, remember Ricardo, the cat who became a legend. Never stop chasing your dreams.